Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to understand what is alias. Okay, so where do you use alias keyword? So let me show you. I'm going to use one of the table under the training database, that is customers table. So let me show you what is there here. So if you see, so in the customers table, you have customer ID, customer name, contact number, address, city, postal code, and country. So now, what is the purpose of alias? First, you need to understand what is the purpose of alias. So alias is used to represent any column, whatever the columns are displayed here. If you wanted to give a temporary name for the column, or for the entire table if you wanted to give, then you will go for alias keyword. So what is the purpose of this alias? Why do I need to give uh, a short name or alias name for the particular field? For example, what happens, I wanted to write select customer ID. I wanted to display only customer ID and contact number from customers table. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to display that name in a different manner. So what is that different manner? Let me first run this query. If I run this, see what is going to happen. So customer ID and contact number. So now instead of this, what I am going to do is I am going to use as keyword as customer ID. I am going to make it as ID and contact number as phone number. This is what I wanted to display. So in this case, what will happen when I run this query? Customer ID column will be displayed as ID, contact number will be displayed as phone number. Now run and see what is going to happen. If you look at this, this is a temporary name. So it will not be there whenever you execute that query till that results gets displayed. So that is valid. Similarly, if you go back and run this query, your existing columns will remain the same. Customer ID, contact number will remain the same. Whenever you run this query, then only the name will be displayed as ID, contact number will be displayed as phone number. That means this is temporary. Sir, why do you need this? So what is the purpose of temporary rename? Because if at all you wanted to, you see there is a field column name which is very lengthy. You don't want to see customer ID this much length. I wanted to make it a short name. ID or customer contact number. Assume this name they have given, and you wanted to make it as, instead of phone number, you wanted to see it as customer mobile. So in that case, if at all there is something you wanted to change in your columns, then you might use this alias, that is the keyword as. So if you run this program, see what is going to happen. If you run this query, so this will display with whatever the name you give. For example, if at all you wanted to represent it as mobile number, see what is going to happen. So I have given mobile and there is a space and then number. Now I wanted to have this as my alias name. So whenever there is a space in that alias name, whatever you are giving, you need to put bracket, square brackets you have to start and close, then only it will get displayed. Okay, so it varies from your whatever the database you are using. uh, Either you have to use square brackets or colons. See, now if you run, okay, see here mobile number. So this works in MySQL. Whatever I have used, that will work in Arkel. So every language, this syntax, whenever you are working with Arkel database, you have to make use of these brackets. And if at all you are using MySQL, you have to use these codes. So you need to remember which keys you have to use whenever you are using MySQL and whenever you are using Oracle. So sometimes people may ask you, what is the, can you write the syntax for Oracle, or can you write the syntax for MySQL? So you can say that whichever you are comfortable and whatever the database you have worked with. See here, if you run this query, then this will display like this. Similarly, as I told you, I wanted to club the address. For example, I wanted to club address street one is only there. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to name this entire address, city, postal code, country, all the four things together needs to come in one column. That column name is cust address. That is what I wanted to display. So hope you understand. Now what I am trying to do, I am trying to club all the address, whatever is there in that particular each field. For that, what you have to do is select, you are going to write customer name, and then you wanted to write the customer address. So to do that, you wanted to add all these. So to do that, here we are going to use concatenation. Concatenation means you're trying to add the or join this address. So what is that you're joining? addres address, comma, and then you have to have a comma in between, just put it, and then you will be having city, and then you'll be having a comma, and then postal code, and then you will be having a comma, and then country. So now you wanted to add entire information as cust address, CUSTADDRESS. Okay, so once you understand that cust address, which table it is from? Customers table. See, what did we do? We are trying to display the all the four columns into one single column, that as customer address. Now run this query and see, you will be able to see the address in a single column. So there is something went wrong. Where, yeah, here you have to have one more comma. Okay, so now run the query. Just see whether this is available or not. Concatenation. This is the one, and then see, you need to write proper name, and so CONCAT, concatenation, and see the address has clubbed together with commas, and that is displayed here. So irrespective of the language or whatever the database you are using, you no need to mug up the things. You just need to understand what is that you have to use whenever you're trying to join something. Concatenation or plus symbol you will be using. So here also, if you see, earlier we have seen square brackets also can be used, that but that is used in Oracle. But here, if you see here, concatenation or plus symbol they might use in Oracle. So that's the reason you need to understand what needs to be used when you're trying to use alias. So alias is used to make your column names with a temporary name. So this is not only for data, your columns, you can make use of this alias name for tables also. Select star from customers as C. I can say that my customer name as C. So if you run this query, see what is going to happen. It has come. So if I wanted to write customer ID, C dot, if I write, see all the columns, whatever is there in my table as a C, see C dot, customer ID, customer name, all those things have come. Okay. If I remove this C dot, see when I click on dot, I'll be able to pull all the details which are there in my table. So if I wanted to see, select city, and if you run this, then you'll be able to see the city. If at all you wanted to see c dot customer ID or name, whatever you want, you can make use of it, comma c dot city. So now run this query and see what is going to happen. Okay, so what did you understand from this video? You understand as is the keyword which is used to define alias name for the columns or the tables. Okay, so this you will get to know more in the next concept, that is joins, why it is useful and how can we use this when you define a table name as alias name, what is the purpose, that we will get to know in the joins concept. But here you understand only about the columns. You can give a temporary name, and if at all you wanted to give the column alias name, if it is with space, you have to put it in single quotes, and if you wanted to add something, you have to use concatenation and put everything in the bracket and give the alias name, so that you will be able to display the records. This is all about alias keyword.